Fear is a killer, not just in a metaphorical sense, but in a fight, fear will get you destroyed. The moment hesitation creeps in, you're done. Your opponent isn't second guessing. He's coming for you. And if you let fear control you, you've already lost. But here's the truth. Fear doesn't have to control you. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why fear takes over, how to shut it down, and weaponize it to dominate your adversary. Let's check it out. Let's get one thing straight. Courage is not the absence of fear. That's a myth pushed by people who've never been in real combat. Courage is taking action in spite of fear. It's stepping forward when every instinct in you screams retreat. It's performing while your hands tremble and your heart pounds like a war drum. The truth is, real warriors don't start out fearless. They become fearless through deep introspection, relentless pressure training, and learning to master chaos. And that, right there, is what separates warriors from wimps. And if you want to dive deeper into understanding fear, how it works, and how to control it under pressure, check out my book, Invincible. It breaks down the psychology of fear, the fight or flight response, and gives you the exact tools you need to build real courage and mental toughness. This isn't theory, it's a blueprint for developing the kind of mental toughness mindset that performs when your life is on the line. I'll put a link in the description down below if you'd like to check it out. And as a bonus for my War Machine Vanguard and Elite members, I'm including a free PDF training guide titled Fearless Under Fire. It's based on the lessons from this video and it's designed to help you train at home. Inside, you're going to find practical drills, actionable tactics, and psychological insights to help you master fear and sharpen your combat mindset. And if you're not already a member, check out the details below and join the War Machine community today. There's a simple difference between a coward and a warrior. Both experience fear, but a coward lets it dictate his actions, while a warrior takes control and acts in spite of it. A coward shuts down, he stalls, second guesses, and hesitates when action is required. A warrior feels the same fear, but channels it into action. That's the defining factor. In order to conquer fear, you first have to understand what it is. Fear is a biological response, a survival mechanism hardwired into your brain. It's meant to keep you alive, but if left unchecked, it'll paralyze you. Fear escalates really fast, from a sudden jolt of fright to full-blown panic to complete total shutdown. And if you don't take control of it early, it takes control of you. The first step to controlling fear is being brutally honest with yourself. What exactly is it that frightens you? Is it the pain of being hurt in a fight? Or the humiliation of losing? Or maybe the fear of the unknown or not knowing what to do in a fight? Remember, you can't conquer what you're not willing to confront. Until you can identify the root of your fear, it owns you. But once you expose it, you can start dismantling it piece by piece. Regardless of what frightens you, it all stems from the fight or flight response. When your brain senses danger, it sends signals to your body to prepare for survival. Your heart rate spikes, your muscles tense, and your pupils dilate, and your adrenaline floods your system. You start to shake, your hands get clammy, and you feel that adrenaline dump. But if you don't know what to do and how to control it, it will control you. Most people think the fight or flight response is simple. You either throw down or you run. But there's a third option that no one ever talks about, the freeze response. And that's when people either get knocked out, stabbed, or even killed. And here's where it gets even worse. As you age, your brain actually becomes more fearful and less willing to take risks. That's not theory, guys, it's neuroscience. Two parts of your brain play a critical role in how you process fear. The The first is the amygdala, which acts as your internal panic button. It detects threats and immediately triggers the fight or flight response. The second is the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for analyzing risk, controlling impulses, and making rational decisions under pressure. Now, as you age, both of these structures shrink. That leads to more hesitation, more caution, and less aggression. Exactly what you don't want in a fight. But here's the good news. It's not permanent. No matter your age, you can retrain your mind to respond with aggression and precision under pressure. With the right combat training, you can override hesitation, rebuild confidence, and develop a mindset that acts decisively when it matters most. Most people let the fight or flight response wreck them. Their body reacts, but instead of channeling that surge into action, they freeze or fold. If you want to dominate a fight, you need to master arousal control, the ability to harness adrenaline and turn it into a weapon. So what's the fix? How do you stop fear from paralyzing you? It's simple. You train your brain to override it. Stress inoculation training is where it starts. The more you expose yourself to chaos in a controlled environment, the less it overwhelms you when it's real. That's exactly why in contemporary fighting arts, we don't rely on theory. We use realistic role-playing scenarios, full contact pressure fighting, hip fusing drills, and simulated street fighting. The goal is to recreate the chaos, the confusion, and the violence of a real confrontation so your brain and body learn to function under extreme stress. You also need preemptive decision making. In a real fight, there's no time to weigh options. You don't want to think. You want your body to move on instinct. That's why in contemporary fighting arts, we emphasize the first strike methodology. You end the threat before it escalates. You act with speed, violence, and precision to gain immediate control of the threatening situation. Of course, any preemptive action must be justified. It has to be reasonable under the circumstances and align with the level of threat you're facing. Controlled breathing is one of the most effective tools for managing fear. When adrenaline hits, your breathing becomes fast, shallow, and loud. Classic panic mode. If you don't override it, your performance collapses. Slow, steady breathing is the key. It calms your nervous system, lowers your heart rate, and keeps your brain functioning under stress. And that's why it's a core part of contemporary fighting arts training, and why it's used in high-risk professions where failure is not an option. Another powerful tool for managing fear and building mental toughness is visualization. When you create vivid mental images of performing under pressure, your brain responds as if it's actually happening. The clearer and more detailed the image, the more effective the response. That's why visualization is used to sharpen focus, boost confidence, and improve decision-making under stress. In contemporary fighting arts, we use visualization to rehearse high-risk combat scenarios before they ever happen. You see it, you feel it, and you solve it. So when it's real, your mind already knows what to do. Courage is not born, it's built. And if you wait until the moment of crisis to test your courage, you've already lost. It has to be trained like a muscle. That means stepping out of your comfort zone, taking small risks, and doing the hard things when you'd rather play it safe. Now, if fear starts creeping in during a fight, you need to mask it fast. Your opponent is reading your body language whether he realizes it or not. Show weakness and he'll feed on it. Even if you're scared, never let it show. Control your face, your posture, your breathing. Because once he sees fear, he's going to push harder and faster to break you. Also, get into the habit of surrounding yourself with warriors. Talk to military veterans and law enforcement. Their experience will show you how fear is managed at the highest levels. And if you're serious about building the same mindset, you need to get inside of the War Machine memberships, where like-minded people train to dominate fear, sharpen their edge, and forge unshakable confidence. Every fight reveals the truth, not just about your adversary, but about you. Fear is simply a mirror, and you need to train until your reflection is something to be feared. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.